And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Cameron Woolley Show. With me is Ming Chen.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm Cameron Woolley. So, before the show, around 3 hours ago, the New Jersey Devils made a move. We're going to jump just right in.
I got the alert on my phone. Got the alert on my phone.
The New Jersey
Devils
today.
Big smiles.
Traded a top 10 protected 2025 first round pick and defenseman Kevin Ball for goaltender Jacob Markstrom from the Calgary Flames.
Goaltender extraordinaire, Jacob Markstrom from the Calgary Flames.
You know, and my first impressions on this, I liked Ball's game a bit more than others. You know, he's a kind of a divisive player. You know, his size, it didn't really utilize it that much. He was part of the Dawson Mercer trade of course, Taylor Hall went the other way, but the second Taylor Hall trade kind of just became the Dawson Mercer trade.
Yeah.
And he was involved in that exchange. He played a couple years on the back end, on around the third pairing, jumped up to the second pairing at times, but he was serviceable-ish. Nothing irreplaceable.
No, my thoughts exactly. He had some good games. He had some bad games.
He had some head-scratching decisions.
Yes. And then he had some that, were pretty unremarkable. So I liked him, but listen, it's not like they gave up the farm. They gave up like golden gooses for Jacob Markstrom. So, and the first round pick 2025, but top 10 protected. So good. Fitzgerald.
Solid.
And listen, filled. yeah. Golf clap.
Solid.
I mean, but in the end, filled a glaring hole. The glaring hole. Yes, in the Devils lineup, and I mean, you got to feel a little bit better going into the 2024-2025 season. No doubt, they've been working on this for a while. I mean, there are rumors they were trying to pick him up last year.
Yeah, there was a deal in place actually closer to the deadline last year. Actually, maybe even in January.
Yeah.
It got so close that even Kevin Weeks tweeted out one of his famous eyeball tweets, and Jacob Markstrom was in it. And steam was picking up quick. Markstrom agreed to waive his no movement clause to come here. He was under the impression that he was going to be a Devil a few months ago, but unfortunately for the Devils, Calgary nixed the ownership, nipped it in the bud. Yeah. So nothing really happened. Also, another important thing, the Devils didn't give up too much impressive assets for this.
Yeah. There's
been a lot of talk about the 10th overall pick, whether Dawson Mercer or Alex Holtz would be involved. But none of those three assets, even talk about a guy like Seamus Casey from Michigan who just signed his entry-level deal, who's an intriguing prospect. They didn't give up any of those assets that I just listed. And for a guy who was 9th in goals saved above expected via money pucks,
good old
metrics.
Good old money puck.
He's strong on the penalty kill. He's way better than what we had last year.
Way better.
Like even though Jake Allen and Kaapo Kahkonen filled in decently enough.
I mean, at that
after
point,
they got traded here, but that was
point,
sort of
stopgaps at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, if they picked him in January, you think it would have made a difference?
If they picked up Markstrom in January, I do think it would have made a massive difference.
Okay.
I think the Devils would have squeaked into a wild card spot.
But then,
if they ended up getting Markstrom, thus would have led to them keeping Tyler Toffoli, and that would have given them a bit of a nitrous oxide boost going into the playoff push, and maybe they win a few of the games that they lost. Maybe they take one of those Ranger games, or they take a few of the games that they ended up losing, but ultimately it's I don't really know. And now this leaves the Devils with Jacob Markstrom as their starter and Jake Allen as their backup.
Yeah. Pretty solid.
That's an underrated part of this. They have, like, everyone's sort of forgetting about Jake Allen, who's serviceable.
Yeah.
Like, I have no problem with him being on this team. Even if he was the starter, I don't think it would have been the worst thing in the world. It's better than Akira Schmidt or Nico Dawes taking up a bulk of the starts. And certainly better than whatever the hell Vitek Vanacek gave us. So, and I've seen some people say, no, the Devils, he's so old, he's 35. Maybe they should have gone younger. That was the whole mindset with Vanacek. They wanted to go out and get a young guy who was kind of unproven, but who showed some flashes of brilliance. And that really didn't work. And when you're in a contention window, it doesn't really matter how young your core is or how young your team really is. You get the players who are, above all else, going to play well.
Talent. You sign talent. It's like guys who can stop the puck. But, Vitek, thank you for 2022, 2023, and and some of the playoffs. But, I needed a proven goaltender.
Yeah, just a proven set guy. I mean, not really. I don't think this is a groundbreaker of a move. I was way higher on Markstrom at the deadline last year than I am now, especially since it's the offseason. You have the 10th pick that they can still trade for a premium player. There's rumors possibly about Nikolai Ehlers being moved. Maybe they go out and get a defenseman. I know Shea Theodore is a name that's been thrown around. He's left-handed. He'd perfectly fill the void that Kevin Ball left.
Yeah.
Especially if you want a top-pairing guy, if you're not really confident in Jonas Siegenthaler really coming back and returning the form. But overall, it's just a solid move. Can't really complain too much about it. He's a starter. He's worlds better than what we've had. And he raises the floor of this team. I feel like there are gonna be a couple of games where the Devils win that they would have lost last year, and the difference is ultimately going to be goaltending, and in this case, Jacob Markstrom.
Yeah. So Devils got better. Bottom line.
Yeah, the bottom line is they got better. They strengthened the weakest part of their team. Everybody knew it was a weak part. I was shocked that they didn't have to give up that much because it's glaringly obvious that the Devils are going to look for goaltending this offseason.
Right. So
I thought some GMs are going to try squeezing that a little bit. They were going to try. I thought the negotiation would be, okay, we're willing to give up this, and this for your goaltender. But other teams would be like, here's the thing, we kind of know you need it.
Yeah, so
we're gonna demand more.
It's like an episode of Pawn Stars.
It's like we're gonna demand more. It's like we know you need our goaltender more than we need those assets.
Yeah.
So you're really gonna have to woo us with whatever you're offering. But that doesn't seem like that was the case here. Although first round pick, I didn't think that a first would be involved in the deal for Markstrom. But again, that first, it's got insurance on it. If the shit really hits the fan again, and the Devils end up picking in the single digits,
man,
again,
protected.
Then it's top 10 protected. Don't know if there's a condition that makes the pick turn from a 2025 protected first into an unprotected 2026 first. Not really familiar with that. Probably should have done some research on that. But
they don't need a top 10 pick in 2025.
They have young players. Although if they do end up playing badly, another top pick would be nice.
Right. Oh, let's not think. Let's not put that in.
If everything goes according to plan, that pick is going to be virtually worthless, and the Calgary's going to get picked in the 20s.
Yeah.
Which is so I believe that this team is capable of making that first round pick be a late one.
Yeah. Yeah. So 2 years left in a $36 million contract.
30% retained on the salary, so
cap hit $4.125 million. Hey, Fitzgerald, well done.
Yeah, he is, and I kind of gave Fitzgerald a little bit of nudging on like, dude, like I know your whole thing is being patient and pragmatic, but now is not the time to be that.
No.
And I'm sure he didn't want to give up any first-round pick.
No.
He didn't want to give up Kevin Ball in this deal, but
No.
he decides like, hey, we need this. Like, this is the biggest risk in a trade that I think Tom Fitzgerald has taken. Especially, he probably thinks about last year with what Igor Sharangovich turned into in Calgary with the Tyler Toffoli deal. Like, we got absolutely jobbed in that trade. That was like that is probably one of the few trades that he's made that I'm like, yikes.
Yeah, I want that back.
That turned out badly. But you need to make moves like that if you're serious. If you're serious, the impulsive and crazy GMs who are willing to go above and beyond to make their teams great are the ones that end up getting the hardware at the end of the day.
Yeah, for sure. So speaking of hardware, Stanley Cup Finals.
It's going to Game 6. I gave Edmonton 5. They ended up forcing it to 6. I'm shocked. They've played. Have you seen McDavid? Have you seen what he's doing?
He's. I mean, not that he wasn't awake, but he's really woken up now.
He's one of
what he ate his mingies. He found the box of mingies in the back of his pantry. He's been eating them. And it's been working, ladies and gentlemen.
On the team plane, he's bringing the box on the plane, going like,
handfuls of mingies.
Dry.
A case of them. Yeah.
Dry mingies.
Yeah, you don't need. They don't need no milk.
He eats a box of mingies.
You don't need milk. It just gets in the way of the milk.
He eats a box of mingies on the flight. He eats a box of mingies in the hotel, and he eats a box of mingies in the locker room in the pregame. That is what he's been doing.
Yeah.
Did that assist that he had on Corey Perry's goal?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Yeah. He danced through like 4 defenders like they were nothing. And then he just to a wide open Corey Perry in front because they thought, oh yeah, 4 guys on McDavid. Yeah, surely that puck's not going to end up at the front of the net right on the tape of his teammate.
And it did.
Because he's the best player on the planet. He broke Gretzky's record for assists in a single postseason. Did you ever think that record was going to be broken?
No, you never think.
On what planet did you think that record was going to be broken?
No, and he did. He did it.
You play that series on Alderaan. I don't think that record gets broken.
Well, Alderaan doesn't exist anymore.
The Alderaan.
When it did, yeah, he would have broken that record.
I mean, a long time ago, I don't think Tatooine exists anymore, so.
It's still there. It hasn't been blown up yet.
Oh, that's a long time ago in a galaxy far. They specify a long time ago, so. And God knows how many wars that happen in that universe.
A lot of wars.
Especially since Tatooine is where
Darth Vader, apparently.
Where everybody is born,
right?
For some reason, like
epicenter,
like the 2 most powerful Jedi ever.
Yeah,
for my money at least. Anakin and Luke Skywalker are the most powerful.
There's
Jedi
something in the water, or not water. There's no water on Tatooine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Something in the sand, I guess, or the whatever that blue milk, man. That blue milk.
Has midichlorians
on Tatooine. Like, I don't know, man.
They got midichlorians.
But they should bottle that stuff, and you pair that with some mingies, it's all over. It's all over.
that is what Connor McDavid has been eating. He's been eating that midichlorian milk, pouring it into a bowl of mingies.
Will it be enough? Because
everybody wants to see it go 7.
Of course.
As much as I love the meme,
we want to see it.
As much as I love the meme
yes.
of Canada not winning a Stanley Cup since the Clinton administration, everybody wants to see this go 7. It would be. You want to talk about it would be a boost to the meme economy, for sure.
Yeah, you know the NHL wants to see it.
Oh, the NHL absolutely wants to see it. I mean, no matter what Canadian fan bases say, I'm pretty sure the NHL wants to see a Canadian team
absolutely.
do well. I mean, I don't understand the victim although NHL fans have victim complexes. Some more than
hockey.
others.
It's hockey.
Like some more than
hockey.
others. You
Of
know,
course.
I've commented on Ranger fans acting like the league is against them.
Get out of here. Yeah, the Ranger has every advantage possible. Get out of here. It could go 7. Didn't look that way though. The Panthers went up 3-0, was dominant, but then
Ran them.
8-1, game 4, 8-1.
Oh, yeah.
8-1.
Yeah, that was...
And I saw that, I was like, all right, Florida threw this on purpose.
Gentleman's sweep.
Yeah. Florida threw it on purpose so they could hoist the cup at home in game 5, but didn't happen.
And then, some of those jitters got in, and, McDavid, like, he's awake. Barkov had him shut down for a little bit. I'm going to go out and say it, man. Like, Barkov did an amazing job on McDavid. That Palmieri system had him pegged for the entire series.
Yeah.
Until game 4, and then in game 5, where he just exploded.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm like, this is what happens when the Oilers win. Their high-end guys perform, and they just explode.
And they have a lot of high-end guys, so
Big time.
they have a big
They
roster.
barely hung on to win game 5, but game 6 in Edmonton, I think this goes 7.
Who would have thought, though?
The momentum, and Bob is playing horribly. Last I read something, he had a sub 800 save percentage after game 3. Like from game 4, from puck drop in game 4 forward, he's been awful. And when you have an awful goaltender in the Stanley Cup final against that team,
you're
with
in
the
trouble.
best player in the world,
You're in trouble.
feeling himself,
Yeah.
you're in a huge amount of trouble.
Yeah, not only that, he's let in 2 shorthanded goals the last 2 games, so that's never a good thing. I hate shorthanded goals when, when they're against.
I mean, we know a lot about shorthanded.
We do.
Goals
Nothing
against.
more demoralizing, more frustrating.
It's an indictment.
It is. It is. Yeah, who would have thought, though? The Oilers looked pretty flat the first 3 games.
I didn't.
But,
I thought
we've always said, though, if McDavid and Nugent Hopkins, and
the McDrysaddles, the Evan Bouchard too.
Bouchard,
He had
yeah,
30 points.
yeah,
Like I read that, I'm like, wow, dude, he's really killed it.
on fire, yeah.
And I'm just gonna say straight up right now, I know the league has kind of stopped doing this, but even if the Panthers win, McDavid's got to be the Conn Smythe winner.
Yeah.
They gave it to John Sebastian Jaguar over Marty, who had a similar case, but Jaguar deserved it.
Sure.
We can go bottom line that Jaguar, straight up, he played out of his mind.
Yeah, sure. Take it. We still hoisted the cup, but yes.
Like, yeah, and I doubt, although I don't know if McDavid would want to go out there to accept it. Because you saw how miserable Jaguar looked when he had to go back out
go
there.
back out like as everyone's
He had to go back
celebrating.
out in the locker
It's
room.
like a walk of shame, man. Or
Yeah.
a skate of shame. Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost, but you're winning.
he just grabs the trophy, he's like, nah,
Yeah.
and just skates back to the locker
I mean,
room.
what would you do? That I would do the same. I'd go out and get it. I wouldn't be happy about
Like,
it.
I'd just look down. I'd look down and I'd put it out in the middle of the locker room.
Okay.
And just to remind my teammates how much they just didn't pick up the slack.
Right. It's like I did everything I could. I got the Conn Smythe trophy.
I got the
I got. What more could I have done? I can't. Don't blame me. Like, don't
Yeah,
look at me.
like you
I
can't
got
go
the
out there
Conn
and
Smythe trophy.
yeah.
This is all your fault. Yeah.
Yeah, this is your guys'
Your fault.
doing.
I would shame my teammates. How are they going to improve if you don't call them out?
Yeah.
Good move. Good move. Good. That's exactly what I would do.
I'm sure the coach would be all for it too. The coach of the 03 Ducks, Mike Babcock, I'm pretty sure, he's verbally abusive.
It's hockey. There's no crying in hockey. Like, yeah.
Unless you're a fan.
Unless you're a
I've been a Devils fan. There's been a lot of crying
Been
in the
close.
last decade and a half.
Sure.
It's been bad. It's been
well,
rough. It's been rough going.
Look up.
You want to know
look
how
up.
I got these scars, Batman?
Look.
And he didn't even say that to Batman. Like, why the? Like every time when everybody quotes that from the Joker. They think he's talking to Batman.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Well, and back to the Devils. They're probably not done yet.
They have a lot of assets, and I think they're still going big game hunting. There are holes on this team that need to be filled.
Yes.
They don't have infinite cap space anymore, so it's gonna be kind of hard to juggle everything, especially since we can't just pull up Cap Friendly anymore because the Capitals bought that website and just made it private to them.
Lame.
So yeah, lame. Although, have I owned a team, I'd push for the same thing.
Okay.
Cap Friendly is an amazing resource. You get insight to the financials of every single team in the league.
Yeah. I mean, enjoy your first round playoff exit.
Again, just like enjoy forcing to ice a 42-year-old Alexander Ovechkin as he goes for the goal record.
Yeah.
And as he does nothing but park his ass at the left circle, just cherry picking slap shots.
Waiting for a rebound or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right. Hockey news in June.
In June, from the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, from the Devils.
I'll admit, in June, we thought we'd be talking about something a little different from the Devils, but especially after last year. But I like this.
I love it.
I like it. I think I have a feeling if Markstrom, I think it's a bit more low key than some Devils fans.
Love it. Hey, worst comes to worst.
Those low key acquisitions are the ones that really end up benefiting your team in the future.
Yeah.
Like when you get crazy hyped, it usually doesn't pan out that much. I remember when the Yankees traded for Giancarlo Stanton. That was he was hailed as the Maris to Judge's mantle, and that didn't end up showing up until this year.
So far, so good.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. God help me. Is that our segue?
That is our segue.
Is our segue
into baseball, and ladies and gentlemen,
the Cameron Woolley Show series.
Cameron Woolley Show series is upon us.
There's been some drama, theatrics.
Yes.
Hurt
feelings.
Hurt feelings. Hurt body parts.
Yeah. Keep talking. I'm gonna plug this thing in. A lot of good tension.
I mean, just so much has happened. Last night, the Yankees and Orioles opened up their 3-game set at Camden Yards, or not Camden Yards, Yankee Stadium. Camden Yards is a better ballpark if you ask me. But the Yankees, coming off a demoralizing series against Boston where they just ran all over them, literally. Turn around with their starter who hasn't really given them that much, and they end up pulling out a 4-2 win against a team that is hot on their tail, who has a lot of momentum, and now that ensured that even if the Orioles win these next 2 games, the Yankees will still be technically atop the AL East.
Yeah.
Even if it's by only half a game.
Still. Listen, Orioles lost last night. We lost fair and square.
I know you're not happy, and
I'm not happy. But I listen. When was the last time very rarely I talk about a Yankees Orioles series with any kind of meaning?
Yeah, Yankees Orioles has usually just been. It's like, oh, the Yankees are playing even on this show, it kind of lost its luster. Sure, the first year, 2019, when the show was new and we were still kind of figuring each other out. Yankees Orioles is a big deal. But now it's just Yankees Orioles, the Yankees just farm them for 3 games.
Yeah,
and then it's
always coming off a 47-win season. I think in 18, those are much to talk about. If we took one game out of a 3-game series, it was a moral victory.
It was a World Series.
It was a World Series victory. Yeah.
You carried that for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch another baseball game.
Yeah. Now that literally every pitch counts. The Yankee Stadium was filled last night, 47,000 people, and it was great. This is great. This is great, and hats off to Nestor Cortez.
He shoved.
Pitched a great game. Had a couple base hits here and there, but didn't give up any Didn't give up any big hits.
Also,
And,
dude, Clay Holmes, dude, come on, come on, man.
Did you get nervous at any point? Ninth inning?
Yes.
O's are down 4-0.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, I was nervous in the ninth inning. Anytime Clay Holmes pitches, I get nervous.
Yeah.
Especially after last week. We watched it live.
We did watch
we
it
watched
live.
him
and
break down.
You saw a live meltdown by Karen Woolley, which, well, I don't want to say you don't see often, but you don't see...
You don't see live meltdowns
live.
of me.
Yeah.
You see... you see the after the fact explosions.
Yeah.
Which I will say, the explosions have been more rare. Ever since I guess I've gotten more mature and I've become an adult, and I found out that there are things in life that mean more than baseball, like Mario Kart, but
Smash Brothers,
like playing Smash and
Rocket League.
Ever since golf, I play golf now.
Golf. Yeah.
After we recorded.
Oh man, how hard did you hit that ball?
I barely stayed on the middle. I gotta leave my driver at home next time I go golfing. It talks of like every single time I can hit my iron straight, no problem.
Sure.
But every time I get a tee shot on anything that's not a par 3. Like, I look into my bag.
Pull out a driver.
And my driver, it's like the goblin mask. It talks to me.
Yes.
It's tempting. I sit there, and in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, the last 3 times I teed off with you, I lost a ball.
Okay.
I lost a ball.
Slice,
I lost a ball, or
slice.
I ended up, or I topped it.
Okay.
Like, then I tell my driver, it's like, dude, I can't trust you.
Right.
But then it's like, dude, remember that one shot you hit? Remember that one shot on that par 5? Dude, you hit me 280, 290. Like, I think that's...
Tiger Woods that ball.
I think that's how far it felt like it went that far.
Yeah.
It was...
That's great.
I really leveled that thing. And that's like, okay, maybe if I just do this and that and that and that. But no. Like, next time I go golfing, I just gotta leave my driver at home. I played horribly after the fact, after we stopped recording.
Yeah.
Like, after we stopped recording and I went out, I didn't play too good. Although I was with my dad and my uncle, we don't keep score.
Oh, okay. So, just get in the hole.
Like, I just get in the hole and we just
All right, you're playing for fun.
I mean, yeah. It's like golf is fun, but it's the most...
But everybody hates it.
It's the most competitive, casual hobby ever.
Everyone hates themselves afterwards, though.
I was like, for summer, golfers are different. Like, casual golfers who just play with their friends, they're not even on the PGA Tour. Casual golfers are the most competitively cocky and delusional people out there. Because they see... Like, they watch the U.S. Open or the Masters.
Right.
And they see what those guys do, and they're like, man, I got to add that to my swing.
Right.
As if they can...
That. I could do that.
Like they saw Scotty Scheffler win the Masters, and they're just like, oh, man, I got to do what he does with his back heel and his swing, the way he just moves it. Like that, I got to do that. I get it. But
delusions of grandeur.
The delusions. It's like, man, and if I just do this and that, if I just move my hips this way, if I just set up the ball, if I hit an inch behind the ball, like what?
Yeah,
like
well, golf companies and country clubs everywhere are celebrating this. These delusions. They're profiting of delusions of people.
Like I went to Dick's Sporting Goods to pick up like balls and tees and gloves.
Okay.
Like I walk and I see the price of these clubs. It's $600 for a driver.
Yeah, that.
Like, are you serious? Like that's.
I mean,
I don't. And do people pay for that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, how do you have? Okay, first of all, in 2024 in this economy, how do you have $600 in your bank account in the first place? Like, let alone $600 to spend on a golf club.
One club, which if you don't swing it correctly, it ain't gonna help you.
Yeah, like, how the hell?
If your technique stinks, it's still not. Ain't gonna
That's the
help
thing with those expensive clubs. It makes you have, and it forces you to have better techniques. So
Right.
you got to be better at the game. Like, isn't the point? That's not the point of pay to win. My microtransactions in video games give you. Like, I was playing GTA 5 last night.
Right.
I was looking like with my friends, and I was looking. It's like pay to win. Like, that's like you spend $100 on 10 million in-game GTA dollars, and you can buy a tank,
Yeah.
and that makes you the strongest guy in the world.
Yes.
Get 10 million bucks on a fighter jet.
Yeah.
Like that's what pay to win. It's supposed to make it easier.
Right. 600 in a club, not guaranteed.
It's supposed to make it easier, not
Not
harder.
guaranteed. It won't fix your slice if you have bad technique. If you're keeping your head down, if your elbow's crooked,
That's what I'm doing. I didn't keep my head down as much as I should have. That's what I didn't do. Okay, enough about my crappy golf game.
Back to baseball.
Enough about
Back to baseball.
Now to my team's baseball
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, no,
baseball.
a lot
because
of,
this is a sports show where we talk about sports.
A lot of tension. I believe there were like four
A lot of tension, like-
batsmen, bloody noses, collisions.
The Soto
bad
on
blood.
Westberg, I don't really know how you. I mean, he was in the way of the baseline. I don't really know how much you can do about that.
Yeah,
I mean, sure, like tempers are flaring a little high,
sure.
but Judge getting plunked is like, I won't lie, that pissed me off. That
Sure it
pissed
did.
me and a lot of
Sure
other
it
Yankee
did.
fans off.
Sure it did.
But I can sort of pass it off as like, okay, it was an accident, but I mean but if he was taken out for a significant amount of time,
he would have
I
been
feel
livid.
like
Yes.
I
Sure.
feel like there would have been some retribution.
Oh, sure. Which, I don't think it was-
Garrett Cole making his season debut tonight. He's a pissed off. He has a reputation for being pissed off. He's
Yeah.
kind of like a CC Sabathia.
I love that baseball's turning into hockey all of a sudden. It's great.
I love when baseball turns into hockey.
Yeah, we haven't seen a good brawl in a long time.
Yeah, there hasn't been a good Yankee brawl since the Joe Kelly, Tyler Austin incident.
Yeah. Or I remember the Daryl Strawberry.
In '98.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
What the
there
hell's
was
that guy's
a
name?
in-
Oh crap! That really
exactly. You can't remember his name. So
that guy. Yeah,
that guy.
that was a great brawl. Spilled into the dugout.
Oh yeah, that was a great brawl, and that maybe even spilled into the stands.
Yeah.
And Yankee fans have no chill. They will absolutely.
Oh yeah, they'll hit
That,
back.
like now, I know there were probably Yankee fans there tonight or last night that were perfectly willing to rush the mound themselves and throw hands with
Sure.
with
the
Suarez.
Suarez,
Yeah, with Suarez last night. I know, dude. Those are New Yorkers. Those are tough people. On the lower bowl, you probably have more pish posh proper
Well,
people.
yeah, they don't want to rip their Armani suits in a brawl.
But I'm pretty sure some of the people.
Just hold on, I got to put down my Louis Vuitton bag before I get out there.
I'm sure some of the people who were the people in the nosebleeds would march down there, would spend 2.5 innings
Sure,
marching
bleachers,
down there, and like the bleacher creatures
sure.
would have run out into the outfield and thrown hands with that guy.
They're separated by the bullpens though. It's kind of like a moat. I think that's maybe by design.
Yeah, because the bleacher creatures are
I've been up there. I've sat up there.
like they aren't.
I've sat up there.
They
a couple
aren't
times.
nice people.
No.
That's their whole shtick. Is that outside of Yankee Stadium, they're probably perfectly fine, but in the ballpark, they have to be mean.
Yes.
They have to be assholes.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about Yankee fans. It's like we don't give other players standing ovations, except in very rare cases if it's a player we don't hate.
Right.
It's like when Barry Bonds hit that home run into the upper deck in the early 2000s. We just kind of were like, "Hey, dude, just hats off." They gave him an ovation.
What are you gonna do?
I know if I were there, I'd give him a standing ovation because I don't care about the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah.
I mean, the arson judge thing, kind of.
Yeah. Notwithstanding, but that's
Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't matter now. Doesn't matter now.
But after Sunday, my faith has been shaken in this Yankee team quite a bit
Hey,
because
as it should.
look, top of the 7th, bases loaded, nobody out. Yankees are down 1. 3-0 count, they don't score any runs.
Yes.
That I don't care if they sweep Baltimore. Sure, the dopamine's nice, but
Sure. Black mark on the season, though.
I remember stuff like that because it's been the telltale sign with these Yankee teams. They'll play great, they'll look amazing in the first half, but then they'll have little moments like this always pop up in the middle of June, maybe July, where things really start to crack. And Fenway Park, national TV, and it's just something that this team hasn't figured out. They just don't. And it's a telltale sign of where things are going to go for this team in October, because even though some fans are like, yo, relax, man, it's one game. They got the best 2 hitters on the planet. Actually, no, I take that back. Best 2 players on the planet at the moment.
Yeah.
And they got the best pitcher on the planet coming back. They have another guy who's thrown himself into the conversation this year going tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Orioles got a terrible...
pretty terrible
They got
matchup.
terrible matchup luck.
I can't...
Although...
Can't deny that.
I mean, like Garrett Cole going tonight, Luis Hill going tomorrow. I mean, the Yankees definitely have the matchup advantage, but this Oriole team, they're annoying. This team does not have a real weak spot in the lineup. You pay attention to this team? Is there any real weak spot?
Sure, Jorge Mateo is not and Cedric Mullins is hitting like around the Mendoza line right now. He is not the 30-30 guy we had a couple years ago. So
back when the team sucked.
Yeah, so those are your two. But Mateo's speed, man. He'll still nine bases by himself. He's got to get on base though. He's got to get on base
when he gets on, and he has a penchant for getting on against the Yankees.
Yes.
Always the speedy guys who can hit in the bottom of the lineup of the Yankees. They either walk them or they get stupid hits.
Yep, and then it comes back to haunt them. Yes.
Because as the Boston Red Sox have exposed, the Yankees aren't really good at neutralizing the run game. Say what you will about Gary Sanchez. Nobody really liked running on him.
Yeah.
Because he had a
good
cannon.
Arm. Yep.
Jose Trevino has a super soaker instead of a cannon.
His arm speed clocked 71 miles an hour, so not great.
He's phenomenal at everything else at being a catcher, but he can't really throw.
Can you blame the catcher 100% on this, though?
Yeah, Marcus Stroman. I mean, part of
the plate.
Part of the run game is the pitcher being able to be quick to the plate.
This disengagement rule, you only get 3. It's kind of crap, but you got to live with it because that's how it works.
Yeah, that's
why it works. With that in mind, Yankees, 9 stolen bases out of 10 attempts. They're running. Why is no one using the pitch out anymore?
Because
you don't want to waste a pitch. But at the cost of possibly gunning down a guy who is clearly running, I'd say it's worth it. Are they not teaching the pitch out anymore?
I think the pitch out has sort of worked its way out of baseball.
And in the sabermetrics Moneyball era where you can't give up any pitch, every pitch is valuable.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it works. I mean, especially with 2 outs, you're not going to pitch out with 2 outs. That's not how it works.
Even if the guy's going, sure.
Even if you know the guy's going, the only guy you have to worry about is the one at the plate.
Right.
Because regardless if the guy gets a hit, it's going to be bad. If the guy gets hit, the runner's going to end up in scoring position anyways.
Right. I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. It's if the guy's going, use the pitch out, gun him down that way.
That's not really how
no one's doing it though. I can't remember the last time I saw a pitch out, and then one that worked. I can't remember one that I saw that actually worked too. So yeah, it's not 100%.
Yeah, you don't see it much.
Yeah,
I see it more in MLB The Show as opposed to actual.
It all boils down to the video games.
MLB The Show
2024.
I mean, I don't hate the pitch. It's just I feel like it's.
You are wasting a pitch, though.
I mean, especially when you look at the splits between a 2-1 count as opposed
Good
to a
point.
1-2
Yep.
count. You see the OPS jump up 200
Right,
points.
right. We just have too many stats now. So
I mean, there are
too
a
many
lot
metrics.
of stats.
Too many
there
metrics
are,
now. Yeah, good point. I mean, how else do you do? I don't. Do we? You have Jose Trevino just lift weights with one arm right now.
No, I don't want anybody. I don't want anybody on the Yankees lifting weights. You need those muscles to be loose.
Right. Okay.
Need them loose, dude. I don't want anybody going into a game with a pump.
Right.
I don't want anybody going in there with an arm
Yes.
pump.
Otherwise, how do you
arm pumps are for plebs like me, who want to look good on camera.
Yes. Otherwise, how do you fix this?
Like I did curls before this.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. You're.
So I can look.
Yeah. Oh, beefcake. Yeah.
Beefcake.
Beefcake. Yeah. I mean, so that and with that in mind, it's on the pitcher then to hold the runner on.
I mean, yeah, just to know it's like, hey, you can't have a 15-foot lead.
Right.
That's just something that can't happen.
No. No, and 9 broke the Red Sox single game record or tied it. And
I will say it like that.
nine-
Alex Cora has managed circles around Aaron Boone for both of their respective careers. It's insane.
yeah, 9's a lot though.
Yeah, that was
In
ridiculous.
2024,
And I thought Baltimore was gonna, like, I thought Boston laid out the blueprints. Like, okay,
Yeah.
this is how you beat them. At least when Stroman's pitching.
right.
And hopefully they're addressing that. The Yankees are doing things a little differently as opposed to a couple years ago. But they called up Ben Rice after Anthony Rizzo got hurt, which I didn't think was even in the equation. Because I thought they were just like, oh, we have DJ, we have Cabrera, we have guys who are on the team right now. We have internal options. But no, they went for the guy who offered a bit more upside than the geriatric DJ LeMahieu. And it ended up paying off. He got his first big league hit. He didn't look too overmatched at the plate. And I'm excited to see how Ben Rice looks.
Yeah. Well, see him tonight. So big 2 games.
Oh, dude, all of these games between these two teams are massive going forward.
Which again makes me happier. Outcome, regardless of the outcome.
Although I will say,
Makes me very happy.
I wish you guys were in a different division. God, we'd have it.
If
I mean, we'd have it wrapped
we,
up by now. We'd have a 10-game lead. We'd be fine, and I wouldn't have to care about baseball until the trade deadline.
I would love to push for realignment and put Baltimore in the AL Central. Where
The AL Central isn't a pushover anymore.
No, but
I'd say the Yankees, they've kind of been a pushover, but the AL Central's always been a pushover. Like, even in the choking era,
yes,
even in what I call the biggest losers in baseball era, the Yankees have just owned the AL Central. Also, just popped up on the screen. I almost forgot. Rest in peace, Willie Mays.
the Say Hey Kid, 93 years old.
One of the greatest baseball players ever.
Funny, career WAR of 156.2. Like
on Baseball Reference, just an amazing ball player.
660
Had a huge
home runs.
impact.
301
on the game.
lifetime batting average. Yeah. One of the best, if not the best player to ever play the game.
I don't think he's the GOAT, but he's definitely up there.
Yeah, for sure.
660 career home runs. That doesn't suck.
No.
made probably the greatest catch in MLB history still
Yes.
to this day.
The catch. It's the catch.
Over the shoulder basket catch in the polo ground, so that's a lot of ground that you got to cover.
Yes. He said he had it all the way. I believe him.
Yeah. Yeah, if Willie Mays says something, I believe it.
And I love he said, he's like, hey, I love batting, I love hitting, but I love fielding even more. Love gunning down, guys down at the plate.
One of the best to ever do it.
Yep, all around. Offense, defense, yeah, no no argument there. Lifetime OPS of 940. I mean, yeah.
Let's just scroll through his career.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of numbers here, and they're written very small, so your eyes are better than mine.
Only a 2-time MVP, which is
pretty criminal, yeah. But yeah, Rookie of the Year, 2-time MVP, All-Star selection pretty much every year of his career, except near the end when he was with the Mets. And yeah, stole bases, played great defense, hit home runs, hit for average,
got on base.
got on base. Yeah, the you talk about
Did
5 tools.
everything. He won.
Talk about 5 tools. That's
Like the Gold Glove wasn't invented until 6 months into his career, and he still has the most Gold Gloves out of any player.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely insane.
So unequivocally, just I mean, if you ask me, he's probably the greatest defender ever.
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. And I read a quote. Aaron Judge said you got to meet him once. Got some signed stuff that sits in his childhood home when he was growing up in the Bay Area. I think he had a family friend who knew Willie, so said Willie gave him some tips on playing the outfield,
Which
is pretty cool.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably used some of those because if Willie Mays gives you any baseball advice,
You take them. You take it.
Oh no, you do. You write it down. You write it down. You get it recorded in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm sure Aaron Judge, being Aaron Judge, was nothing but a class act about it.
Yeah. Yeah, phenomenal. So yeah, tonight's game might be a little tense. Might be a little tense with
Especially with Garrett Cole on the mound.
Garrett Cole on the mound.
Verdugo saying stuff that I can't really repeat
Yeah.
on there. Last night he said he was gonna.
He's fired up. He's ready to throw down.
First time there's been any beef between the Yankees and Orioles.
Like this. Yeah.
I mean, since the '90s, maybe.
Yeah.
Sure, they played each other
when they were in contention. I love it.
Sure, they played each other in the ALDS in 2012, but I don't know how much real rivalry tension there was there.
I mean, I was at one of those games. It was playoff atmosphere, but no tension.
There was no extra.
Yeah, no extra drama. Yeah.
The 90s was the last time that the Yankees and Orioles really had beef.
Yeah. I am loving it though. Makes the games way more fun to watch. Let's be honest.
I feel like if Judge was out for an extended period of time, I'm sure Gunnar Henderson probably gets one. Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Garrett Cole sort of just takes his pick.
Right. They might not want to stand so close to the plate tonight, or look for inside pitches, like way inside. Just their wits will be about them. I like it though. This is baseball.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Baseball. They've kind of watered things down. No more takeout slides at second. No. There's a lot of things you can't really do anymore.
No, you could thank Chase Utley for that one.
You can. Ruben Tejada.
Yeah.
Wherever he is right now.
Dude, my friends who are Mets fans are still pissed about that.
I would be too. I mean, say what you want about that slide, but
Also, Chase Utley he's Chase Utley.
he's Chase Utley. He's Chase Utley. But Cole coming back, you gotta be happy about that.
I'm happy
Hopefully-
he shoved in all of his rehab starts.
Yeah, sounded good.
I'm excited to see him pitch. You know, I'm intrigued. If anything,
75 pitch count, I'm hearing. So if Baltimore can get to him early, then we get to that bullpen.
the weak
Then
bullpen,
we get to the bullpen.
or at least I think it's a weak bullpen. I'm not crazy
It-
about it.
Could be better.
Oh, before we forget, we gotta do All Stars.
Yes, of course.
All Star ballot.
We'll not forget about that. All right, we will pull up the.
All right, the official,
Yes,
the 2024 official Cameron Woolley Show MLB All Star
Yes,
ballot.
we do this every year. Always look forward to it. It seems like we did this just yesterday for 2023, but all right. Here we go. We will go first base, American League. We will.
First base, American League. Let's go down the list here.
Yes.
I'm not terribly impressed by anybody. I think if you scroll down a little further, you can find.
I mean, no one really. No, first base is not like jumping out at you.
I'm not impressed.
You're 1-2 of Vlad Guerrero and Baltimore's own Ryan Mountcastle, who is not doing too shabby. And
I guess if we're going by OPS, you got to go with Tristan Casas. I can't stand Tristan Casas too after that little yapathon he did on Sunday Night Baseball.
857.
He hasn't. I don't think
244, dude.
I mean, I don't think he's
244.
hit that much. I mean, actually, you know what? I'm gonna throw you a bone. How about?
All right, we're going Ryan Mountcastle.
How about we go Ryan Mountcastle?
I think no, him and Vlad's number one by probably about 30,000 votes.
anything. You know what? The Vlad Guerrero Jr. Yo, one thing I love
But
about
I don't think he
the
deserves this
All-Star
year.
about the All-Star results and so far, I love that there's only one Blue Jay
Yes.
who's starting.
Yes. Yeah,
In the National League, this is where it's between two guys for me. It's between Bryce Harper and Freddie Freeman.
yes.
I'm gonna give it. It's Bryce Harper.
17 homers. I'm
giving it to Bryce
yeah,
Harper.
you can't really deny that. But Freddie playing good. He'll be out there. He'll be out there regardless.
Second base.
Second base.
American League. Another really unimpressive batch here.
Yeah, nothing crazy. I mean,
I'll be deep in the ground before I'd vote for Jose Altuve.
okay, who is currently in first place. So, what that leaves us with is Marcus Semien, which not super impressive. Batting 256, 11 home runs, 40 RBIs, 747 OPS. I mean, listen, it's like
Michael Massey.
Michael Massey is up there, 294 average, 6 home runs, 835
I don't
OPS.
know
If we're
if
going by OPS, he
I don't know if he's hurt though.
he is up there. Yeah, other than that, it's pretty weak. But with Altuve out of the equation, yeah, not much to vote for. I mean, yeah.
I give it to Michael Massey.
We will give it to Michael Massey. All right, National League.
A National League second base. This is. I'm gonna give it to Ketel Marte.
Ketel Marte, 286 average, 15 home runs, 863 OPS. Yeah, Ketel Marte.
Now on to third base for the American League. Jose Ramirez. Next.
Next. All right. National League.
National League, this is where it gets a little harder.
Yeah,
Manny Machado has a 664 OPS and he's second.
It's Manny. It's Manny. Yeah, Alec Bowman.
Maybe.
Alec Bowman's doing great this year for the Phillies. To much to my chagrin, but with the 840 OPS.
Joey Ortiz.
The former Oriole Joey Ortiz, who the Orioles gave up for Corbin Burns.
Ryan McMahon. That's intriguing.
Yes. But yeah, definitely not giving it to Manny.
Man, this is tough. I've
It is a
already
tough
I've already given it to one Philly. I'm gonna
I did.
Joey Ortiz.
Joey Ortiz. All right. Well,
Shortstop in the American
yeah,
League.
Gunny Harrison. Come on.
Yeah, it's Gunnar Henderson.
Well,
Yeah.
where's Well, you got Bobby Witt though, who
I mean, Bobby Witt. I mean, we were raving about him last week.
we were.
And we kind of already have an Oriole on here, but
I know, but 22 home run. I mean, come on.
yeah,
Yeah, come on. Let's not.
It's Gunnar Henderson.
All right, Mookie Betts is injured, so
Mookie Betts is hurt. He's
Mookie
out
Betts
of
is-
it.
He's not. He's not going to be playing. Trey Turner's hitting 340, so
Jeez.
I mean, in 2024, that's pretty.
We kind of broke the one per team.
And he
rule
is
with
back,
the-
correct? He is back.
Oh yeah, dude. Trey. I mean, yeah. Has Trey Turner playing that? He has nothing in the power department though.
No, 2 home runs. I agree. It was even close though. I mean,
if you want to go with a real curveball, we could go with Ellie De La Cruz, but I don't know. Like, I don't really. You're going.
I would. I saw the guy playing in person. Stole 4 bases against the Dodgers when I watched him, and great player. Definitely an all-star. Can't argue that.
You're giving it to Ellie De La Cruz.
I'm giving it to. I mean, unless you have any other argument here.
I don't really feel strongly about the NL shortstops.
He'll be fun to watch. He gets on base. He's
He's entertaining.
and he will get on base.
He's entertaining. So.
All right, we will give it to Ellie De La Cruz. All right, catcher
in the American League. Oh,
we have a 1-2 race between Adley Rutschman and Salvador Perez.
Oh man,
and it's very close. It's very close.
No, we already got 2 of your guys.
Okay, well, Salvador Perez. Okay.
After me calling Salvador Perez overrated for his entire career, you know what, Salvador Perez, take it.
Yeah, although Connor Wong hitting 332, 850 OPS, not bad either. But screw the Red Sox. So, all right. National League.
Dude, Will Smith.
Will Smith. There we go. Dodger Will Smith. Getting jiggy with it. All right, we got 3 outfielders
Outfield in
here.
the American League, Judge
Okay.
and Soto.
Yep.
Judge.
Where
you scroll down.
There's
Soto.
one. Soto. All right, we need a number 3. This one's going to be tough.
All right, you got to really go.
I love it. Mike Trout's on this list. All right, this is a big list here. So, all right, you stop me if you see anything that stands out. All right, we'll keep going. Aaron Judge 1.115 OPS, just like heads above everything. All right, Stephen Kwan 392.
Stephen Kwan. No, it's Stephen Kwan.
Stephen Kwan. All right,
you're
welcome to
getting
the
in
All-Star
there.
game. All right, to the National League. Heavy hits. Jerks and Profar.
Jerks and Profar. You know what? Yeah, Jerks and Profar.
For sure. Number 1.
Put him in there.
Who's number 2 over here?
Number 2 is... I don't see number 2. What?
No, they'll just disappear. So, all right.
I guess you put down... scroll down. Keep scrolling. Christian Yelich is having a hell of a year.
Yeah, he is.
Put him in there.
Welcome back. All right, we need a number 3.
Put him in there.
All right, we need a third one. I'll go up to the top here. And let's see if anybody here stands out. There's somebody we're missing for sure. Desert Hernandez, who I believe hit a grand slam last night.
Teoscar Hernandez has 18 homers.
He does.
Dude, Teoscar
All right.
Hernandez. Put him in there.
I have put him in there. All right.
And designated hitter.
DH. Jordan Alvarez is leading the voting in the American League.
Giancarlo Stanton's in second, I believe.
He is.
Yeah. That's intriguing. I'm not.
He's got 17 home runs.
I'm not giving my vote to Jordan Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez, 290, 14 home runs, 873 OPS.
And Shohei Ohtani from the National
Oh, yeah.
League.
Right.
You don't.
All right, review picks. All right,
And the official
I will screenshot this.
Cameron Woolley Show 2024 All-Star Team.
Read it down.
The American League. Ryan Mountcastle, Michael Massey, Jose Ramirez, Gunnar Henderson, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Steven Kwan, Salvador Perez, and Yordan Alvarez. In the National League, Bryce Harper, Ketel Marte, Jory Ortiz, Ellie De La Cruz, Teoscar Hernandez, Jurickson Profar, Christian Yelich, Will Smith, and Shohei Ohtani.
All right, now I got to fill in all this. I will do this officially,
Put it up
though.
there.
We will make it official. I'll put in my birthday since I'm old.
No, I don't. I'm at the age where I don't have to.
I gotta scroll all the way
I don't
down
have
for
to
the
lie
year.
about when I was born on the internet anymore.
Right. Oh, right.
1970.
Select your favorite team, Baltimore.
Oh, you're turning 50 this year.
I am, yes.
Oh, dude.
Do not. Oh, do I want emails with career Oh, not for build sub. What the heck is a buildsubmarines.com? They're the ones sponsoring this. Oh, oops, sorry.
Ming Chen.
Okay, vote submitted. Okay,
And
you can vote up to 5 times.
put
a
it
day.
in.
Put it in the. That's in the books, everybody. So, yeah. Well, I think we're gonna. I love the years where there's one more than one Baltimore Oriole on the All-Star team. 2, where they don't have that one mercy pick. Where, like,
They don't have
that
the
one
mercy
lone
pick.
representative. It's very rare. It's very rare. Although I think they had 3 guys. I think they had 3 guys last year. So, which was nice.
Because they were good at baseball.
They were good. They're good. Yeah, it's good. It's fun to be good at baseball. It's fun. It's fun to cheer for a team who's good at baseball. It's very fun.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
I'll admit.
Yeah, man. I wish I wasn't so busy this week. I would have loved to have gone to one of these games. When do they play each other next?
Not too long from now. A 3-game set at Camden Yards, July 12th to the 14th. It's a weekend set. National TV. You guys are going to be winning that.
Yeah, shoot. I'm going to be in Canada that week.
Oh, wait. They're playing one of those Sunday morning games.
11:35. Yeah, I'm sure the players
It's a
love
50-50 shot whether I'm awake by
that. At 11:35.
in this day and age.
That's what Sundays are for, right? It's sleeping past 11. And then after that,
A bit of a hiatus until
3
September.
games set in September.
Late September.
Oh,
Ooh.
could be meaningful.
That might mean something.
So you got 3 games set against the A's beforehand.
We might see the division be clinched by that point. Actually, wait, going to October, I'm curious. I know there's regular season baseball now.
Nope.
Oh, never mind.
Nope,
They end it in September.
Yep.
This time around, that's good.
Yeah. This could be very meaningful at the end. I would love to see it.
I believe only 2 more. To go back a little bit
Yep.
and see if there's any more 3-game sets. Nothing in August.
Nothing in August, and then the 3 games. Yeah, because they cut it back this year.
Yeah, the 3 games.
I missed the
at
19
Camden Yards in
times.
July.
Yeah, they realigned, they rescheduled everything. Now I would have loved to play the Yankees 19 times a year, just for the sake of of the show and the series and the rivalry. But yeah, yeah, who knows? I would love to see this turn into a bloodbath rivalry this year.
That they might be headed for a playoff meeting.
Yeah. The Yankees Red Sox not as bloodthirsty as in the past.
Doesn't have the juice that once did.
Yeah, for sure. So always looking for a good rivalry, and it happens between our favorite teams. That's even better.
Oh yeah, dude.
Even better.
Everything. I was saying, like, imagine if one of us was a Ranger fan. That would be.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, I experienced that in college because my co-host is a diehard Ranger fan. So
it's annoying. Well, I'm sure they're having fun slicing golf balls along with you right now. Maybe they get the golf. Did you do the golf cart? when you played last week?
I
do golf
got
cart?
the first time I played. No, I walked last week.
Okay.
Which is good for the
Get the blood flowing.
the calories.
Yeah.
But
The golf cart's fun though.
oh yeah, the golf carts are fun, especially if you drive them around.
Yeah. They're fun to drive.
Especially my dad, like 3 beers deep.
Hey, it's it's an insulated environment. Yeah, you can't get Justin Timberlake on a golf course, I guess, right?
Yeah, dude, what that guy did. I don't pay attention to like what
Pop culture
celebrities
and
do.
yeah, but that was a pretty big
I don't pay attention to what celebrities do.
big one.
I don't care about Justin Timberlake. I started becoming media literate after he was famous.
right. It's about your time.
Like he did the halftime show a few years ago. That's how you know an artist is past their prime when they do the halftime show.
Not necessarily.
Like Taylor Swift is never going to do the halftime show. She's in the middle of her prime.
She doesn't.
And she wouldn't make money. If the NFL started paying people to do the halftime show, then you'd probably see someone like you'd probably see Taylor Swift.
Yeah, sure.
Or
Hey man, she was in the building last year. This past Super Bowl.
God, Taylor Swift. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I guess also congratulations to the Boston Celtics.
Oh yeah.
Boston
I guess.
again.
I guess.
Oh God, dude, I don't want to see that city win another thing for at least 50 years.
Be nice if they went through another
They've
drought.
had multiple lifetimes worth of championships in the last decade and a half. The Pats have won 3, the Red Sox have won 3, and the Celtics won.
Yeah. All it does is just serve their fans becoming more annoying.
I can't stand. You got all the fans going, "Oh, cry harder." I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like, oh, dude, that fan base. It's a beautiful city too, but like that fan base just deserves nothing. Like the sports gods have more than paid them back for the curse of the Bambino.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no doubt. So they don't need anything else. They don't need anything. But
I don't want to see Boston succeed ever again, dude. That is a terrible. I hate it. I hate it. It's anticlimactic. Although this does give me a bit of hope because sports fans in general have been miserable with the result of the Super Bowl and with the result of the NBA Finals.
Yes.
Nobody wants to see the Chiefs win. Nobody wants to see the Celtics win.
no.
And in baseball, I think if you have nobody wants to see the Yankees win.
Except for Yankee fans.
So what if this is the year where God just tells sports fans, you know what, you're not getting anything you want,
Right.
and this is the year the Yankees win the World Series. I'm grasping at straws here, guys. I'm trying.
I mean, as of now, if you're looking right now, they have the team to do it
I don't think yet.
right now.
They need a strong trade deadline. I mean a real strong trade deadline. Like they need to do things that they're not comfortable with doing, like making Anthony Rizzo a coach or something.
Well, you don't have to worry about
or permanently putting DJ LeMahieu on the bench. Like,
Right.
They need to. Then Anthony Rizzo. I'm not trying to say that his injury is a good thing for this team.
But you don't have to worry.
Make me say something.
You don't have to worry about him for a few days. So maybe a
Weeks.
couple
He
weeks.
fractured his wrist. Dude.
Fractured. So 4 to 6 weeks.
Ben Rice is probably going to get quite a bit of run here.
4 to 6 weeks.
At least I'm hoping they give him run.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't have to say it. You don't have to. I know what you're thinking.
I don't.
Addition by subtraction, I believe is the term.
I guess.
I believe that's the term. Yeah, I just pulled up this article. Major League Tennis way up this year.
How about that?
Yes.
I guess in the expanded wild card probably did something for that.
Yeah.
Also, the expanded wild card is making Mets fans think that Grimace is the key to their team winning a championship. What are they like? Are they 7-0 since Grimace threw out the first pitch for them?
I believe so. Yes. So why is Grimace throwing out the first pitch?
Because Steve Cohen is weird and he has weird promotions and weird things.
Is he getting kickbacks from McDonald's? Like, don't is he get a piece?
It makes me want McDonald's. That's what. Although, to be honest, after living on a college campus and getting McDonald's 3 times a week has sort of turned me off.
Kind of anticlimactic now.
I think it's kind of turned me off of McDonald's whenever I'm home. I had a bunch of Chick-fil-A last night, though.
No,
so.
That's different. Chick-fil-A is McDonald's. Come on.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I'll eat any other fast food when I'm home but McDonald's.
Right.
I'll eat. I've had Chick-fil-A and I've had Taco Bell.
I usually out of desperation. They're the only ones open at like 1 a.m. Passing by, I was like, I'll go.
You've been to Waffle House.
Yes, I've been to Waffle House at 3 a.m. It's a godsend, and I didn't get into a fight yet.
If I'm ever down south,
you gotta go.
The one thing I want to do when I'm down south is, if nothing else, I want to experience a Waffle House firsthand. I don't care how bad the food is. I don't care if it's microwaved or half-baked or anything. I want to experience my friend called it redneck hibachi.
Yes, it is redneck hibachi. It's a flat-top grill, and they bacon, eggs, and hash browns. Yes.
And waffles, dude. Oh, my God.
And waffles. Hey, man, there's good waffles. No complaints. You'll never hear anyone say those waffles.
Especially when you're inebriated at 3 in the morning.
Yes, sure. Yeah. Can I also point out that in the National League there are only 4 teams above 500? Can I point this out?
Oh my God.
Meaning, if there were to be a World Series, if the Yankees or say the Orioles were kings of the American League, I don't know about this competition, man.
The National
and
the Phillies. Now I feel like the Yankees have a 3-game set at the stadium against the Braves after this. I think that's going to be telling with where the Yankees stand. I mean, the Yankees just lost a 3-game set at the stadium against the Dodgers. Granted, no Juan Soto.
Sure. And the Braves are missing a couple of their guys too.
They're missing Ronald Acuna.
Yes.
Again.
Yes. Again. Yeah. I didn't even know this was mathematically possible though.
I
4 games out of an entire
league
league to be about 5.
Let's look at the wild card standings. No, I gotta see this. I have to see the wild card standings. I have to see the wild card standings. I haven't taken a look.
This is hilarious. Yeah. It's only one team in the wild card contender, the Braves.
The Atlanta Braves are 41-31. The Arizona Diamondbacks 36-37, and the St. Louis Cardinals are 36-37.
And here's
the San Diego Padres 38-40.
Yeah, and they're only
half a game back. Pittsburgh Pirates
Giants
36-38, half a game back.
Nationals
the Mets are half a game back.
They're all half a game back.
Oh, dude, I gotta pay attention to some National League wild card baseball. This is going to be the same thing with the Eastern Conference in the NHL.
Right.
Nobody wanted to make it.
Yeah. How is this possible though? I don't.
Man, even in the old format, the Diamondbacks are in a spot.
Yeah. Yes. I think that says a lot about the National League. I don't know what.
Oh, dude, it's so weak. Dude, who the hell am I kidding? Dude, the team that's under 500 is going to make it to the World Series because nobody in the National League can perform in the playoffs. What are you going to do? The Dodgers, they always fall apart.
They do.
The Brewers, they're the Brewers.
Right.
The Braves are the Braves.
Right.
The Phillies are the only team in the National League who I'd take seriously in the playoffs over one of these power of friendship teams.
Right.
Even teams that objectively suck. The Nationals are half a game back. No, keep scrolling down.
Oh, yeah.
All but 2 teams in the National League are less than 2 games back.
Yeah, which gives them hope. And
nobody in the National League is selling at the deadline.
No, why would you? You're like a game and a half back.
I mean, the Rockies and Marlins are the only teams who are going to be trading guys.
Yeah, Rockies.
And all it takes is one winning streak to delude yourself into thinking that you can
make the
compete.
playoffs. Yeah.
And like scroll up into the American League.
All right.
This is where you see more balance. You see things that are kind of supposed to happen. The division leaders, the Yankees, Guardians, and Mariners.
Yes.
Now that's all well and good. That's normal.
Yes.
Wild card. Orioles have won a lot more games than your typical wild card team.
Yes.
But they just have the misfortune of playing in the same division as the Yankees, and the Yankees vice versa.
Yeah.
The Tins, that's a normal record for a wild card team, and the Royals, normal record for a wild card team, and the Red Sox, only a couple games back to
Yeah.
they've been on a little something.
They've won 4 in a row, so hey, can't argue with that.
And after that, it sort of falls off a bit.
Yep.
The Blue Jays and the Rays are kind of out of it at the moment. That's how a wild card.
That's how it should be. Yeah.
That's how a wild card race should look.
Yeah. Although that's not insurmountable, 5.5 and 6.5 respectively. So, not, that you're certainly not out of it.
I don't trust Toronto to really do anything.
No, and I don't want Toronto to do anything.
Houston is the team that's. Houston and Texas are the teams that are. Houston, that sounds weird, but the Astros and the Rangers are the only real players who I'm like really, who I think can get their act together.
Yeah.
The Astros, I thought they would be fine by now, but
nope. And it's,
dare I say, that opening set kind of messed with them a little bit.
Kind of set the tone.
They kind of, a team that they own, they thought they would easily win a series to start the season off right with their tenants in the New York Yankees, and then they sort of sweep them. They didn't really smack them around, but they swept them, and that sort of set the tone for the Astros this season, and they haven't really bounced back. But I think that Houston is going to be an issue going forward again. And to be honest, if the Yankees win I don't care how weird this sounds. If the Yankees win the World Series this year, I want them to go through Houston. Like, in order for it to really be satisfying, in order for it to really mean something to the greater baseball world, they would have to go through Houston. Because if they win the World Series and say they beat, say it was like Minnesota in the ALDS, who they would right now the Orioles would beat the Twins.
I believe, I have no doubt.
But say it was the Royals and the Orioles to make it to the World Series, and then they end up beating, say, the Phillies. Or no, it's going to be one of the Power Five. Say they end up beating like the Diamondbacks or something.
Yeah.
The sentiment would be, oh yeah, you guys won, but that was because you didn't play your boogeyman. They didn't play Houston. In this case, they didn't play Houston. They didn't play Boston. Or the Houston and Boston are the major guys in their way. Like, if they really want this to mean something, they would beat Boston in the ALDS and they would beat Houston in the ALCS. But no, just the way it goes. They gotta play better if they want to have a chance at knocking off their Suns in the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's where we stand in not quite halfway through, but in June.
Actually, we're closing in on halfway through. Yankees are 51-24. That's 75 games. Got 6 more games till the official halfway point of the season. On pace for 100 wins. I think that's pretty solid. But I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable because
you're never comfortable.
I'm never comfortable because this team is not giving me a lot of reasons to be comfortable. I'm talking about past experience. This year, this team has been really good. But again, there are little signs that happen, like having the bases loaded, nobody out, and in a 3-0 count,
yes,
and not scoring a single run.
Yeah.
But that is a reason to be like that one inning. I don't care if it's just one inning and it's baseball, but it's things like that. they tell you things.
Right. Little signs or big signs. That's a pretty big one.
Yeah,
That's a pretty big one.
That's telling.
I mean, I think any fan would be pretty frustrated at that. So.
Yeah, like that's gonna linger with me for a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, that's. I thought I would point that out. That yeah, it was a weird National League, not anomaly, but just weird stat. That's baseball, though. You gotta love it.
Baseball, Susan.
It's baseball, Susan. So.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
Yeah.
the National League. I gotta pay attention to that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'll remain that way, but
The Mets keep playing the way they're playing. They're gonna end up swooping in, and if they're over 500, if they get over 500, they're a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, not too much to ask for, right? If you're a Mets fan, just to play over 500 baseball.
Yeah, especially
with that payroll, with that inflated payroll, and hey man, get the Hamburglar to throw out the next pitch.
Mayor McCheese, Ronald McDonald,
the Fry Guys, Birdie. Who else am I missing? The Mayor McCheese, Birdie, Grimace. We get Grimace, Hamburglar. Yeah, we're missing a couple out there that I can't think.
I brought up Ronald McDonald.
Did yeah. Just get the
I sort of grew up when they started phasing out the mascots.
Right.
The only mascot that they even talk about anymore is Grimace.
Yeah.
And that's because they did that weird promotion last year with the Grimace birthday shake.
Right. Which I missed out on. I meant to go get it, and I missed out on the purple Grimace shake.
I'm sure that...
I'm sure they'll bring it back it was pretty popular.
Dude, when are they going to bring back the McRib?
It's a once-a-year thing. I don't know if it's...
They didn't bring it back last year.
Oh, man.
I say this as somebody who, on campus, I am a frequent customer.
Of the McRib?
At McDonald's. They did not have a McRib.
All right. You know that for a fact. I couldn't tell you if they did or not, but you can. All right.
No, they gotta, like, I want them to bring, like, I'm gonna be straight up. I do not mind the McRib. I think it gets a lot of shit for no reason.
I can't even.
Like, you just gotta order it with less barbecue sauce.
Right.
Like, that's the key. That's the key.
What's it made out of? Is it even like it's? I guess edible, but.
I put garbage in my body all the time.
I know, but is it like grade
Z,
like meat? Like I don't know. I don't know, but I'll eat it.
I don't know.
Definitely eat it.
It tastes good.
Yeah.
Both of us are willing to admit that.
Yeah, we eat everything.
Anything.
So we've eaten tacos and we've eaten all kinds of weird.
And the 200th.
Oh yeah, it's coming up.
Episode 200.
We'll get a whole buffet.
We're gonna have a spread.
We'll get a buffet of bad food.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A nuggets, Popeyes. Yeah, we'll maybe
it's gonna be mukbang.
Yeah, maybe the McRib will be out around then. I don't know.
It's gonna be a mukbang, dude. That's what this entire.
It is. We're changing the focus of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gonna be a mukbang with sports talking in between. Those videos make me hungry. I don't voluntarily go out of my way looking for mukbangs.
No, some days
I'll just see it on TikTok and I'll be like, damn, dude.
Suggested videos.
I'm like, damn, I could go for 10 pounds of ramen right now.
Yeah. Ramen and chicken nuggets. Always.
Ramen and chicken.
Always good.
Chicken nuggets.
Always good. With a whole array of dipping sauces.
Yeah, all right. That probably about does it.
Okay.
For this one, I don't really have much to.
Right, I think we did good.
Much to bring up.
Good. Well,
nothing in the football atmosphere.
One of us will be happy. One of us won't be as happy next week. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
No, a division race like this, feelings can turn on a dime.
Yeah, that's why you play the games.
All right. So, anyways. From Ming Chen and a Shared Universe podcast here, I am Cameron Wiley. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok. And as always, stay classy, New Jersey.